Hello there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your mid-April 2017 tarot reading. So, you have some really, really good things coming through. First of all, I feel like there's going to be a huge increase in income. So, this can be through, pay increases, investment opportunities coming to fruition, selling something that you have made, and getting the royalty fees for it, or even contracting somebody to sell something of yours and then getting the royalty fees. And then I'm feeling for some of you, there is a new job coming through. So new positions, new job coming through. And I feel like you might have already recently left a job, looking for work for the past 4 months. And then I feel like a new job coming through. So you have a lot of good things that are coming through on the financial front. What I feel happening is this. I'm just sensing like there's a lot of rewards coming through in unexpected ways for the next 2 weeks. So it's sort of like, doing like an act of kindness, for example, and then having it come back. So I feel like for some of you, you might have helped somebody in the past, and then they come into a position of power, and then they recognize you, and then they offer to reciprocate. So I feel like a lot of good deeds, it's like paying it forward, a lot of good karma coming home to roost. Okay, so it's good karma, I feel, coming in for many of you. And then I also feel like there's a lot of love and a lot of emotional support, a lot of financial support as well, coming through from family members. So I'm seeing this outpouring of love, this gesture of peace, of I almost feel like lack of judgment, lack of censorship, lack of scrutiny, coming through from other people, and you're coming into a space where you feel like you feel very supported emotionally and financially. So you have some really, really solid good things coming through. The undercurrent is this, okay? And this is something that I feel might apply to a few people, but it's coming out so strongly. So let me just say this. You are a really honest sign. So out of all the fire signs, I feel almost like you're the most honest. And I feel like sometimes you're so honest that you can be very blunt and people are turned off by it. But most of the time, you always try to be very honest when dealing with other people. You try to be very clear. You try to be very like, like you're a very like live and let live type of sign, but you're also like no strings attached. So when you say something, it's in the spirit of honesty. And what I really admire about Sagittarius and all the ones that I've met, they're not afraid to get their hands dirty. And so that means, if something requires hard work and dedication, you roll up your sleeves and you start working. You're not afraid of getting your hands dirty. You're not afraid of like office politics. You're not afraid of what people think of you. You just do what you want to do. And I feel like most of the time, you're steered by your own moral internal compass. So you do whatever you do and you don't really care what people say. And I really admire that about a lot of the Sagittarius that I've met. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. And I feel there are times too, people fought dirty with you. So it feels to me like you were put in situations where people behaved in a way that was less than honorable or admirable. And I feel like you didn't spar with them. You didn't, intervene. You didn't like have your say. You just went about it your own way. You just got back to work and you ignored it because what they're doing doesn't detract you from your goals, from your moral compass, okay? It doesn't sway you in any way because you're really strong in who you are and you're really strong about what's right and what's wrong. And so other people and their actions do not like interfere in any way with your peace of mind or your work. And so there are other times too that I feel like a lot of people entrust you with a lot of information. So you might know a lot of things that's going on with other people, but you mind your own business and you don't you don't blab to other people. And so you have all these secrets at your disposal and you can literally destroy and obliterate an opponent, but you wield the secrets with a big sense of responsibility. And a lot of the times too, you could easily, cut down another person that you don't like, or another person that's being a pest to you. But you choose to be very responsible with your words, and you choose to you choose to take the moral high road. So that means not engaging with them, not exposing them for who they are. And so I feel like you don't have like a mean bone in your body. I don't feel that you do. And so I just feel like, it takes a really, really strong person to be able to go through all of this and be so sure as to who they are, and to not, detract from their purpose in life. So you always try to do the right thing. And where I'm going with this is that make sure it's worth it, okay? Just make sure that everything you're doing is worth it, because I feel like you're taking on a lot, and it just seems like surrounding you are, people who might be a little bit pesty, and people who are like, who might take your diligence and your silence for weakness. So I feel like every once in a while you might want to, throw out some of those secrets, just to put them in their place, because I feel like, they're taking your silence as weakness. So that's just something I feel is coming through, and I feel that, you just want to be left alone. You don't want to be bothered, and you want things to go smoothly. You don't want other people to kick up a fuss. And I feel like, you have this really quiet, calm, confident demeanor about you, and other people are constantly trying to just ruffle your feathers, just trying to detract you from doing your thing. And so it must be a little bit frustrating to be a Sagittarius right now. So what I'm sensing here is you have some really admirable qualities, okay? But every once in a while, like whip out those secrets and set them in their place, because I feel like they need to be told. Okay, so maybe silence isn't the best thing. Maybe, just lashing out just a little bit might be good for you, because so that other people would just leave you alone, okay? I feel like that's probably something that you might need to do, possibly for the next 2 weeks. But I feel like there's no harm that's going to come out of it, okay? I'm seeing some of you have recently left jobs, and I do see new offers coming through. So if you're worried about that, don't be, okay? Because I do feel like, you're a very good candidate on the working front, and you will be able to find that job that's a good fit for you. Okay, so keep at it, and don't worry too much, and don't stress yourself out too much. The last message that I have here is there's major things happening, and I feel like major career breakthroughs, major things coming to fruition in a really beautiful way for you guys in the June timeframe. I'm seeing like family reunions. I'm also seeing like if you worked on a project, I feel like that's when it might launch for some of you. If you've invested in something, that's when the investment will bear fruit. If you have, if you're expecting for whatever reason, I feel like the month of June. So I see a lot of good things happening for you guys in the month of June. And yeah, so I feel like this is the month that's kind of telling you to, push on a little bit further. Don't give up, okay? Because you're on the right track. And it feels almost like there's a lot of blockages around you, and you might question whether or not you're on the right track. And I can assure you that I feel that you're very much on track, and things will come to fruition. And, I see like the month of June being a really, really good month for things to come full circle, for you to finally realize that, like, okay, I was right all along, or you're getting that validation that you're on the right track, okay? So you have some really beautiful things coming through, and you have some really strong divine spiritual energy. You're being looked after. You're being looked after. So let go. If there are family issues, petty family drama, let it go, okay? Just let it slide, and like water off your back, okay? Just let it slide. And then if there are people who are being pesty, and throw some secrets at them, things that they might not think that just to put them in their place, because ignoring them is not working for you guys. So just know where you stand, and then react accordingly, okay? I do wish you the best, Sagittarius. It's a little bit of a mixed bag, but you're going to sail on through it, okay? So your sense of optimism is not going to be diminished in any way. You're going to come out on top, okay? So I wish you all the best. Take care of yourself, and I'll be back in the May reading. Bye-bye.